Well, here we are, 12:30. Get ready. I'm excited. I'm excited for you to join this webinar. I'm just going to get myself organized and let's get going. So please make sure you have ready your notebook, your ideas, and your headphones on. Give it the focus. You've registered. You might be watching this recording. You might be watching it live. I am pumped and excited because this is the first presentation that I'm doing to talk to women in leadership, women who might be looking to be inspired, and women who want to be better than they are today. So let's dive in. What are we talking about? We're talking about how an MBA can shatter the glass ceiling. And this is about putting you first. As women, we are often, we're empathetic, we're collaborative, we're passionate. We want to make people's lives better. And often we don't put ourselves first. So I'm going to share with you what I think are some tips to help you to get past that. I can see there are more people coming in, so I'm super excited, but I am starting on time because I want to be respectful for those people who've turned up. And for those of you who are watching the recording, disappointing that you missed us live, but hey, it's awesome that you've registered. You've obviously got some interest, and we'll be sharing with you the recording. Everybody who registered will receive a recording, because life can be amazing. But what I want to check with you all is, do you feel maybe that you're in the pursuit of, endless pursuit of success, balance, purpose? We all hear these words, right? Are you hiding behind the busyness of your day as an excuse to not pursue your true calling and purpose? So I want to just set the scene here. Does this resonate with you? I want to check in. And are you wanting to break the glass ceiling for yourself? Do you want to lead an intentional life of purpose that is transformational? And you know what? Not exhausting. This is not what we want for you all. I want you all to feel that you have an ability to make a difference. You have the ability to do something that's not exhausting, that actually fulfills you with joy. Because we all deserve, we all deserve to feel joy in our life. We all deserve better. We all deserve to be recognized for the effort that we put in. Hi, I'm Joanne. So those of you who don't know, I'm Joanne. So I've been rattling on a little bit about just checking some thought processes for you at the moment. And I'm really appreciative. I've got Sherry here on the line. She is at some crazy hour of the morning from the other side of the world. I'm here on the Gold Coast in Australia. So thank you, Sherry. She'll be monitoring the chat, any questions that you might have. And so she'll be also sharing the questions so that I can answer them. And I can give you my 100% focus. So who is Joanne? Why did I invite you to this event? Well, I've been in business for over 20 years. I've launched more than 15 businesses. I have built a business from 0 to 30 million in 24 months. And don't think of that as an overnight success. It took me 20 years to get to that point. I'm an author. I work with industry partners here in Australia, the Small Business Association of Australia, the Franchise Council of Australia, and the Finance Brokers of Australia. I'm a keynote speaker and I'm a business mentor. So there's lots of things that I've done over the years. And I'm really delighted through my business of Navigate Biz that I've formed a partnership with Ducere Global Business School. And it's a relationship that I'm delighted to be in with. I've known the owner, Matt Jacobson, for more than 18 years. So I actually have followed the journey of the Ducere Global Business School. And I know what they bring here in Australia. And for those of you who are overseas, they bring to the table something that is unexpected. And I'm going to share with you later. But let's talk more about breaking that glass ceiling. So my challenge for you today, if there's one thing that I want to do, I want to shift 1 degree of your perspective to take you from feeling exhausted to transformational. So I'm going to share with you some tips that I know have worked for me over the years of being in corporate business ownership, worked for large companies, large global companies. I've worked for small businesses, and I've owned my own large global company. I own a small business today. Navigate Biz, you would consider to be small. And that is the last time you'll hear me say the word small in this commentary, because I know when we think small, say small, do small, guess what we get? We actually get small. We don't We don't aim for the bigger piece. We don't have big goals. So this is about shifting that. I want to shift it 1 degree for you so that you can feel at the end of this, there is absolutely no point in you attending or watching these tutorials or webinars. We are flooded with tutorials and webinars, globally today. I want to make sure that you get something out of this. I want to make sure that the time that you're respecting of giving me your time, the respect you're giving me of your time, I want to make sure I respect that commitment so that you've got something to take away from here. There's no hard sell at the end. Let me be very clear. There's no hard sell here at the end of it. I'm giving you some different perspective of how to look at things, how to improve your position as a woman in leadership, or maybe you aspire to be a woman in leadership. I'm going to help you to see where you can make that 1 degree shift. So let's dive into this and see what we got. So I'm going to share with you initially, this first part of the presentation is the 3 tips I'm going to share with you is about clarity of purpose, clarity of where you should spend your energy. We don't have an endless source of energy, so we need to spend it well, and clarity on your key relationships. So that's where we're going to dive in initially in this first part. So what is clarity of purpose? This might be something that you need to go back and grab a piece of paper and work these through. Now, I have tools that I'm happy to share if those of you who want to reach out to me, connect with me. But, the thing that you need to be really mindful of is you are unique. You need to take the time and notice and understand, who are you? What are you aiming to achieve in your life, in your career, in your business? Grab a piece of paper right this minute. Don't do it this minute, but grab a piece of paper and a pen. And even if you have to take a screenshot of this, these are your action items for today. I want you to really focus on, make a note. What are the things that give you a fire in your belly? What are the things that when you're doing those things, and they could be a personal thing, they could be something that you're doing for your role, whether you're employed or self-employed. What are the things that ignite your soul? What are the things that give you a fire in your belly so that you know that is the place? What often happens is when you have that fire in your belly and you're excited and you know that it feels good, right? You don't get the butterfly. It just feels good. Head, heart, and gut are in alignment. That is often what we then call about, this is when you're in flow. Because, let's say, for example, you're in a role that you feel that purpose has slipped, or maybe you don't get that fire in the belly. I've been there. It's difficult to be in a role that doesn't fulfill you. And you know what? At times we have all been in that place. But what I want you to shift, the 1 degree shift I want you to think about is, does a role enable you to, is it a step? Is it the little step that you need to take to get to where you need to be? So if it's a role that you're in that you're not so aligned to, can you flip the commentary in your brain? Can you flip the way you look at it? That, you know what, this is the step in the direction that I need to go towards. And if you know, therefore, that it's not the thing that you're going to be doing for the rest of your life, like we've all seen the stats, people gone are the days, like our parents, gone are the days who are in a role for 20, 30 years. Gone are those days. We all are continually looking for something better promotion, better opportunity, better career success, better business success. We are all searching for those things to give us joy and fulfillment. So the thing that you're going to get, the thing that will help you to gain clarity of purpose is really to take note, go and find a quiet moment like you're doing now with the headphones on even, go and sit in a quiet spot and write down all the things that ignite your soul, that give you a fire in the belly, where maybe you feel as though you are in flow. Because then you need to think about, well, how do I get back into that? How do I tap back into that? And if it's something that's within your role and you just don't get enough of it, how can you get some more of it? If it's external to your role, how can you access that more consistently so that when you're in the role that maybe that doesn't align with you, maybe you're looking for, for further opportunities, that the things that you do outside your role actually give you the ability to move forward through that day and know, right, well, it's not exactly what I want today, often where we've been in that position, but know that these are the steps I'm going to take. And when I can see that, and when I can reach for it, when I can grab it, that's going to help you to approach your day better. Where do you spend your energy? So this is a really important place. Your purpose will power your energy. When you know you're in flow, when you know that you're in that place of where that fire in the belly is igniting, that then enables you to feel confidence that you are in the right zone, and your energy the fire in your belly actually is the fuel for increasing your energy that's coming within you and what's coming out of you. So one of the really important things you need to be mindful of is, who do you surround yourself with? Now, I know for me as a business owner, I've got many family and friends who are not business owners, and they don't necessarily understand why I do what I do, why I persist with it, why I continue with it, why I work the long hours that I do. Be mindful of who you surround yourself with, because are they giving you a negative perspective? Now, I get it. Some of these people in your life may be family members, and it's hard to distance yourself from family members. But if you just have the awareness to go, you know what, these people don't, then if you are a business owner, if you are career driven, if you are seeking leadership, and the people that are in your circle of influence, family, friends, mentors, coaches, clients, customers, suppliers, colleagues, bosses, team members, if they don't understand what your purpose is and what you're looking to achieve, they may have a negative perspective of feedback that's coming at you. What you need to be very aware of is, who have you shared your purpose with? I'm a huge believer here that unless you share why you do what you do, what the purpose is, what's your mission in life, what you're aiming for, if you don't tell people, they can't share the positive energy that you're exuding. They then have a better perspective, and maybe the feedback's going to be different. Maybe they can help you. And so, do the audit of the people that surround you. Can you harshly toss them out? If they're family, if they're friends, I get that might be a little bit difficult. So if they're family or friends and they're not giving you the positive energy that you need, at least have the awareness to go, you know what, even if you say it in your mind when you're hearing this negative energy, I don't actually need to take this on board. I give it back to you with love. Yeah, I used to do that, and I now don't have to do the physical motions. I can say that internally and know that, you know what, I just don't need to take on board that negative energy. But if they're people that you can physically distance yourself with, make that decision. You've got to surround yourself with the right people to support you, to help you, to guide you, to encourage you, to hold you accountable to where you want to go in your life. And so surrounding yourself with the wrong people. And it can also include whatever you're looking at on this device. Who are you scrolling through and looking at? Do you need to watch the news? Do you need to be exposed to all the negative stuff that's on social media? What can you turn off, physically turn off on your devices? Are you surrounding yourself with too much of that negative social media stuff? Go find the people that you should be listening to and you should be hearing from that can help you and support you in your goals. Again, so this is a continuation, clarity of key relationships. So, it's really just flowing through from here, continuing on from, the energy piece, because when you do surround yourself with the right people, have you got yourself a mentor? Have you got yourself a coach? Mentors could be people that are on social media. They could be authors. They could be people in your organization. They could be people like myself at Navigate Biz. They could be people through the Ducere Global Business School, people that can help you and support you and grow you. So really take the effort to go and search for them. But you do need to know, what is your purpose? What are the things that give you joy and fulfillment in your life, so that you can identify who are those people who can support you. So clarity of purpose, you need to absolutely go grab a piece of paper, jot those things down. Be aware of the sucking of energy that it can be if you don't surround yourself with the right people, is really the key messages here. So let's explore a little bit, because it is about taking your life back. It is about having the right relationships. It is understanding that, like we all make sacrifice in our life. particularly women who have family, we might have children, we might have commitments. We're a naturally nurturing soul as a rule, general statement for women. And so what I want you to do is to live with intention and purpose. Know that what you're aiming for is what will give you joy. What's the impact you want to make in your life? Is it that you want to provide for your family, your children, the life that you didn't have? Is it to achieve certain levels of success in your life that you didn't think possible, that maybe your family hasn't been able to achieve, or your parents or your brothers or sisters? What is it that you are chasing? So, this is about taking control. And I know often I speak to many people in business, many women in business over the last few years of all the challenges that we faced with the COVID-19 pandemic, in that there was a significant feeling of loss of control. And so the steps that I want to help you to take today, positive steps to find your purpose, get the right people around you, know and live with purpose and intention. Because if you can tap into that constantly daily, it can give you the momentum. It will give you the ability to get through the days that go to custard. Because guess what? I'm not going to say to you that when you define your purpose and what impact you want to make, all those things go away. That is just not going to happen. Life happens, right? Life comes at us from all different directions. And there are times that we need to step back and go, we need to breathe. We need to tap into, all right, let's go back. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Have I shared it with everybody? Am I surrounding myself with the right people? Have I slipped back into a bad behavior of tapping into things that don't serve me? So this is about today, the line in the sand, the 1 degree shift of taking back your life. So this is where I want you to embrace the opportunity. You need to sharpen your focus and intentionally invest in you. How much time and effort have you invested in you? And it could be that you need to invest in you from a health perspective, a fitness perspective, a career growth perspective, a education perspective. What is the focus? What is the things that you need to do? So, we all have large to-do lists, and you might think about, well, I've defined my purpose, I've done some work, I really am clear about what I want to do in life, the impact that I want to make. And you might go, man, that's a big thing. This is going to take me a long time. Do you know what? That's okay, because sharpening your focus could simply be what are 1, 2, or 3 things you can do daily that speaks to that. I know for me, every day, this is a practice that I've put in place for a long time now. I dovetail my day. I focus intentionally on what I want to do for me as Joanne. I get up early. I get up at 5 every morning. I go for a walk with the dogs and my husband. There's not a lot of conversation during that time, because this is my time to clear my mind. I come home, I meditate. The next thing I do, probably by about 7 o'clock every morning, I jump on the computer. I'm not doing emails. I'm not checking social media. I'm not starting on the project and the to-dos that need to be done today. What I am starting on is my education of self. What are the things that I can do to improve my capability? Now, I'm 60. I've been in business for more than 20 years. I've owned more than 15 companies. I've built businesses. I've closed businesses. I've liquidated businesses. I've started businesses. But what I absolutely know is I can't stop learning. I need to continue to learn. Like, you look at all the things that are happening on social media and how you do things and the automation that happens, the technology that's coming at us constantly. Now, you buy a computer today and you can guarantee it's out of date within an hour, because someone's launched something amazing tomorrow or in the next hour. And that's how fast stuff is happening, right? So I know those things that I need to do every morning to set me up for success. And I end my day with reflection, with what went well, what didn't I do well? Did I get those 3 things done that I need to get done? Is there something that I need to add to tomorrow's to-do list to make sure that I get all those things done? So this is about sharpening your focus and putting yourself first. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. My apologies. So what do you want to do? Who do you want to surround yourself with? What's keeping you? So let me show you some 4 quick action steps of what you could do to not be this person on this screen, to not be invisible. We don't want that for you. So the first thing that I know is you need to be curious. Don't settle for what's happening today is just all you need. Ask what if. Always be watching. Find the gold when the days go to custard. Always be curious. Don't settle. You know, I have a sticky note on my wall here that says, what are the consequences? I use it always in my decision making. I'm curious to know, if I go down this path, what are the consequences of what's going to happen? You know, the next piece that's important, know your why. This connects to your values and your purpose, right? Why do you do what you do every day? And there is a difference between purpose and why. Why is the foundational piece of why you exist on this earth. What do you want to do? What's your impact? The purpose is the outcome that you're going to achieve, you know, the thing that you're going to do. And you know what I find a lot of people are reluctant to do is to tell people. Be loud and proud and share it with everybody, because, you know, it's a few things. We know if we tell people, you're going to go, oh man, I can't not do what I promised I would do, because I need to make sure that I actually, you know, if I tell people, I've got to turn up, I've got to do it. So the next level is create goals that scare you. You know, as I mentioned before, when we talk about being small business, you know, I'm just this admin person, I'm just this supervisor person, I've just reached this level in my business or career. For me, that is a fixed mindset. It's not a growth mindset. It's not taking you to where you need to be. Be expansive, be big. And yeah, create the goals that you go, I'm not sure that I can actually do that. I don't know that I can do that in a year. I don't know that I can do that in 5 years. Do you know, that's cool. Goal setting for me should be 5, 10, 20 years. And then you work backwards. What do I need to do by year 10, 15, 10, 12, 5, 3, 2, 1, by month 12, month 6, by a month, by a week? What have I got to do every day? What are the 3 things I've got to do to hit that goal that I've defined and I've told people about, that I want to hit within, you know, 5 years or 10 years or 20 years? Because you know what? Even at 60, there's no way I'm thinking about retiring, because guess what? Potentially by the time I'm 80, they've created some sort of medical revolution that I'm going to last here till I'm 120. The thought of retiring at 65 fills me with horror. That's just my personal take on it. And so I do have goals that take me out to 20 years and further, because I know I need to have that fire in the belly. I need to tell people what I want to do, and so they can hold me accountable. You know, be unexpected is something that's worked incredibly well for me in my career and my business. And it's about turning up. It's about standing up. It's about taking initiative. It's knowing about how to serve. It's over delivering, and it's learning continuously and consistently. You know, being unexpected, make sure that you gets noticed. You know, part of this webinar that we're doing today or this evening is to be so unexpected that you get noticed, that you might get that promotion, that you might win that tender, that you have the confidence to stand up and say, I'm here. I have the skills. I have the capability. I have the drive. I have the goals. I'm curious enough to find ways to make that happen. But you know what? The last one here, be prepared to say no. Don't be a people pleaser. Stand your ground. Don't be the person that just gets walked over. Listen to your heart. Connect to head, heart, and gut, and stick to your values. Know what is not negotiable. You know, if it's, you know, this is across all levels of business, whether you're going for a job interview, whether you're interviewing somebody to bring into your business, whether you're looking for a promotion, whether you're looking for a new supplier, whether you're looking for a new collaborator. Be prepared to say no if they don't align with your purpose and your values. I can tell you now, I can guarantee you now, I've been in roles where I've said yes and I've gone, oh man, I wish I hadn't. I've been in situations where I've created contracts within my business with other organizations to collaborate and wished I hadn't, because it gives you the butterflies. It feels bad. It's hard. Those relationships are difficult. Be prepared to stand your ground and say no. If it doesn't feel right, listen to your gut, listen to your head, your heart and your gut. Be prepared to stand your ground to say no, because it's a curious thing, right? You need to dig into, so why do I feel like this? Why does it feel great? Good. How can I get more of that? Why doesn't it feel great? What do I need to do to make sure that it feels right for me and my gut? So they're my 4 tips of what I know works and has worked for me over the years. So what do you do now? Who are you going to surround yourself with? Because we've already spoken about surrounding yourself with the right people and what's keeping you from taking the action that you need to take today so that you know you're on the right path. How are you going to do this? Sorry, that didn't work. So let me put this to you. So how are we going for time? I just want to make sure that we don't go over time. We want to be really respectful of your time. So what if you could learn from over 250 global leaders as your virtual mentors? Surrounding myself with the right people. That sounds like something that would be really positive. What if there were programs or degrees that instead of sitting exams, because you know what, I hate exams, trying to memorize stuff and, the stress of sitting in a room doing a 3-hour exam and hoping to goodness that you've remembered everything and you can get it all done down in time. But what if you could put yourself into a project with a global or international company where you're working on a live project, not something based on something that happened 10 years ago and you're writing a theory paper around? What if you could be involved in global projects with organizations that are relevant to your business or your role, that you go, oh my gosh, I would never think I could dip my toes into that organization and learn how they do things, how they resolve problems, be involved in a project that actually positively impacts our business, be assessed for your participation in that project as being competent in your MBA. And then you'll be able to bring those learnings back into your role or your business and bring the learnings from these global leaders back into your business or your role. What if there were MBAs that could do that in half the time that you would normally do here in Australia, that could take anything 4 to 6 years? And what if it could also be done at a fraction of the cost? So let me show you what this is about. So here's your global leaders. Here's a smattering of them. Ducere Global Business School have interviewed over 250 global leaders around the world. You can see from these ladies here, and I deliberately chose ladies because as women in leadership roles or aspiring leadership roles, we need to surround ourselves with other inspiring female role models, right? And so the lovely thing of these 250 global leaders, here's just some of them. There is more than 50% of them are female. These interviews are woven through the content that you'll be exposed to in your bachelor's or master's degree. There's people here that we all are aware of. Julie Gillard. She was the patron of the Ducere Global Business School. There are people here who have been Lord Mayors. There are people who have been heads of state. There are people here who have been CEOs, who have been heads of universities. These are people that have been through, most likely, the similar sort of challenges we all have faced. We're all just people. We're all just humans, right? And we all get exposed to the challenges of what it is to be a woman in a leadership role. And so they are sharing with you through video of what they've learned, how they've got through it, how they've addressed it, how they've succeeded, how they've stood their ground, how they connected to purpose, and how they got to the level, the heady heights of level of their career that maybe we would all aspire to. And we may not want to be the CEO, but maybe we just want to get that supervisor's role or that management role, or to win that tender in our business, or to take our business to a certain level. These ladies will help you to understand that. And to add to the diversity of it, there's many men in here that also we'd want to hear from. Desmond Tutu, my goodness, who wouldn't want to hear from them? And these leaders, global leaders, are part of your MBA content. I know I'd want to hear from them. Here's some more. Look at this, Goldie Hawn, head of CEO, head of Sony, I should say. These are people that you get to listen to. They're young, they're older, they're experienced, they're wise. They've got lots to share. These are the people who have played an integral role in the Ducere Global Business School. Julie Gillard, as I said, she was the inaugural chancellor and patron. We've got a wonderful lady of Joyce Banda from Africa. We've got Di Fleming, who is an incredible lady building and working on our foundation to give back to children in Africa. Amazing women that we want to hear from. And perchance, the executive team in the Ducere Global Business School are majority women. These are ladies who are deeply passionate about education, learning, making a difference, supporting us as leaders. I've just spotted, oh my gosh, a spelling mistake. Heavens, we're all human, right? We do make mistakes. And so, I've looked at this slide deck so many times, so many spelling mistakes in that heading. I'm human, right? I'm happy to admit it, and I will fix it for the next one. But my goodness, that's a sad state of affairs, but I'm human, right? So these women are equally passionate about, you can see I'm there. There's some wonderful, amazing, experienced women who are here to build the Ducere Global Business School offering. So let's have a little look about what is this about? What are the programs? So they're all around innovation, leadership, transformation, brand management, cybersecurity, leadership, entrepreneurship, all elements in your role that will be really relevant to you, and across a number of universities here in Australia and overseas. You can see the logos there, all well respected, all long-term, all have recognition here in Australia, all equally recognised. So you have a choice of the types of programs that you can dive into. The industry projects, I think this is something that just takes Ducere again to another level again. Nobody wants to do exams. These are the types of companies that we have live current projects that you get invited to participate in for each of the subjects that you'll undertake. Who wouldn't, if you're in the entertainment space, want to be dipping your toe into Disney, to go and do a live project in there? If you're an accountant, you can go and dive into PwC. If you want to know more about government, so many elements, so many businesses that you can learn so much relevant to your business and your role that you can bring back into your role, but also for the participation, the contribution to the project that meets the requirements and replaces the need for an assessment. I think that's pretty compelling. Some of the insights that some of our past students have obtained, I won't read those. This is for you to see and to reflect on and see if they make sense to you. These are actual students who've participated in these projects. United Nations, wow, who wouldn't want to be involved in that? Disney, PwC, as you saw on the previous slide, so many different businesses that we all, many of us know, but there's going to be many that we don't know. And Ducere are constantly searching and talking to businesses around the world to say, can we bring a cohort of global leaders? Because that's what you're going to be. You're going to be a global leader by the end of this program. How can we bring these aspiring global leaders into your business to solve a problem as a cohort and contribute to the growth and development of those businesses, and then take those learnings back to your own position? We've got an amazing online platform. So the entire content is delivered online. It's through a system that is called Canvas. There's no textbooks. There's live tutorials. There's recorded tutorials. There is all your video content woven through each of your subjects from the global leaders. All the interviews are sitting in there for you to watch and absorb. So how do we compare to a traditional university? We're all familiar with, in our traditional university space, and these people are highly respected and have great capability. They're created by academics. Most of the assessments are theoretical, take 3 to 4 years, $35,000 to $300,000 to complete, to pay and to do. And there can be quite complicated entry requirements. Under Ducere, with our partnerships with our global universities, the content's been created by entrepreneurs, people who work in industry. You get to undertake projects in relevant industries to your business. You'll complete it in 18 months to 2 years at the very most. The price point sits between $13,000 and $45,000. The entry is super easy. I'm going to cover that in a moment. And you've got these global mentors, as well as significant scholarships constantly available. So that's how we compare to your traditional university space. What's the entry? If you've got a bachelor's degree, great. Pretty much you're going to be accepted. Management experience of minimum 3 years, current resume, 2 references, a letter from yourself, and photo ID. That's essentially what you need to be able to gather to enter into any one of these university partners. So what's the next step for you? It's about taking the lead and being the change that you want to have in yourself. Connect with me. I'm going to give you an offer shortly. Register to undertake an MBA for yourself. Really define your career path. Where do you want to take it? Where does your leadership role, where does your leadership aspirations take you? Join a global network of female leaders. This is, again, it's about surrounding yourself with the right people. And the one thing that I would ask you, who do you know who's ready to take the lead with you? Because why would you want to do this on your own? Find people who are thinking the same thing as you. We need to make a change. Let's do this thing together. So what did we cover today? How to make 1 degree shift of your perspective. It's about connecting to purpose. It's knowing about, showing up, connecting to purpose, know your values, know when to say no, be unexpected. That's what we covered today. And then I gave you some clarity as to what the Ducere Global MBA offering can do for you. So what's next? I will send you an email. Now, I know when you registered in LinkedIn, you said you didn't want marketing. I'm going to say to you that you do need the recording. So that is all I'm going to do for today. I'm going to send you the recording link as soon as I download and publish it. I will be sending you an ebook on how to create extraordinary goals. And then I'm going to give you my gift. And then I will leave it to you. My gift to you is my time. I normally charge for mentoring. I'm offering you 30 minutes of my time for free. That QR code will take you directly to book my time for 30 minutes. It gets access directly to my calendar. I would love just to simply have a conversation with you. If what we've covered has raised some, I need to know some more, or I'm not sure, I don't know where to step into, I don't know that it's relevant to me, I don't know that that I can do this, or what's possible, Joanne, or can you tell me more? That's what I want to help you with. That's what this is about. So I'd love to see if you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. If you have questions, this is your opportunity. Happy to take the questions now. What is the time? We're on spot on the hour, so just gone past it. So I do appreciate that you've been hanging in there listening to this. And for those of you who might be listening to the recording, you'll have my email. You can go and you can reply. You can book my time. This will be available to you through the email as well. But really, this is your chance and this is your time to make a change, to do that 1 degree shift, to make a difference in your life, and to know that, you know what, I know where I want to go. And if the MBA is not for you, that's cool. If it is, great. If you know someone it's for them, please let them know about this opportunity. One of the things that I will cover for you while you're thinking about your questions, so I said to you, there are significant scholarships at the moment. We have literally a scholarship this week available, finishes on Friday. College de Paris, which is a university out of Paris. Amazing. Who wouldn't want to go to a graduation ceremony in Paris? That global MBA in leadership and strategy speaks directly to what we're talking about today. Would normally be $15,000 US. This week, and this is genuine. I said wasn't going to do a big upsell, but I do want to let you know of the opportunity. A massive scholarship is available to a limited number of people to obtain and register for this MBA of $4,500 US. It's a third of the price. And the reason for that, it's not a fires, none of that sort of stuff. It's because Ducere are launching a new relationship with College de Paris this week. And so they are a brand new university partner for Ducere. And we're delighted that we're able to offer more and different qualifications to the audience. And the amazing thing under Ducere and a College de Paris, if you feel you have experience in some of the subjects, potentially there's an opportunity to get credit for that experience. So this is the only university partner that enables us to do that. So I'm just going to zip it for a moment and grab a drink of water. Are there any questions that I can answer while you've got me? Would love to hear them. Oh, what's happened here?
Yeah, hi there, Joanne. Thank you so much. That was really, really amazing. There are a couple of questions, if you don't mind.
Those questions come on through, and I'll just grab a quick drink of water.
She can't hear me. Hi there, Joanne. Can you hear me? You can't hear me. Hi, Joanne, can you hear me?
Well, I guess it is. It is either. I've answered all your questions, which is great. Or you're still thinking about it. That's okay. Rest assured that an email will come to you within the next 24 hours with a link to the recording, so you can watch this again at your leisure. And please share it with whoever you think might be interested. So Sherry has come across a question amongst the people listening at the moment. How do universities compare to what you can do here in Australia? Look, I often hear that because, you know, we're talking about universities that maybe you didn't realise you have the opportunity to access. So let me just quickly run through them. They're the University of East London, they're the University of Wales, the Collège de Paris, out of Paris, of course, Rome Business School or Valencia University, and a university out of Mauritius, and some coming from the US. How do they compare to what you can access here in Australia? So first thing, they are recognised and accredited here in Australia. So they're absolutely relevant to the Australian audience. The biggest comparison is, I feel in my head, efficiency of time, because these MBAs from overseas are only six subjects. Your universities here in Australia will be a minimum of 12 subjects. And that is simply because, you know, you might say, oh, I'm not going to learn as much. How can I get so much, how can I get more value out of something that's got half the subjects? Well, let me reiterate. Global mentors, 250 of them, videos, listening to them, projects in live projects with global companies that you don't get in your standard university offering here in Australia. You'll get it done quicker, and you can do it at a fraction of the cost. And, you know, whilst the subjects are only 6 and not 12, the content, the global leaders, all those sort of things bolster the experience and the takeaways in the return on investment that you will get from doing a global MBA. The payment options for a course, that's a really great question. Thanks for bringing that up, Sherry. So we have payment up front with a significant scholarship. You have payment plans over 4 months, over 4 payments over the term of about 9 months. We also have, if this is what you need, interest-free opportunity through Collège de Paris and Rome Business School coming up. Get this, these programs will take you 18 months to complete, but you can with no credit application, because this is fully funded by Ducere, you can pay it off over 48 months. That's 4 years. So you can achieve it in 18 months, go get that promotion, build your business, and you can pay this over 4 years. And the repayments sit around $300 a month. I think that's a really compelling offer. So if you're in a position to go, all right, I can find the time, the financials are a little stretched for me, jump in now, grab that opportunity to get this amazing offer. And then by the time you finish, you'll have grown your business or have secured a promotion. Can you enroll anytime? Now, universities, if those of you are not aware, another great question. Thanks, Sherry. Can you enroll anytime? All universities have an intake month throughout the year. Some of them do them quarterly, 4 times a year. Some of them do them 3 times a year. Some of them doing monthly. So the great thing is we've got an array of universities. So every month there is a university program that you could register and enroll in. So you've got lots of choice. So essentially you can enroll anytime. It just may be a different university depending on the months that you want to dive into. Now, I do notice something under the Q&A. Oh, good. Sam could hear me, which is fantastic. So I'm hoping, here's another question. What if you don't feel you're ready for an MBA? Look, and I get it. It could be that, how do I manage my time? Financially, it might be a challenge for me. Or maybe just thinking the mindset's not where it needs to be. You got a lot of stuff going on. Well, hey, let's catch up on a phone call through this free offering with me, so I can help to understand better, why don't you feel you're ready? What is the things that's creating a barrier for you? It could be we plan to have you enroll for February. It could be that there are some things that I will help you through Her Transformation program, which is a program to help people get ready for their MBA. And it could be that that program takes 2 or 3 months to get you in the position to be ready for your MBA. Then you can dive in. The lovely thing is, as I mentioned before, every month there's a different university offering. That won't go away. Scholarships won't go away. The offer and the array of university courses and university partners for Ducere continues to grow. So there's no rush. The only thing that you need to be mindful of is, can I get myself in a position that I'm ready for time and ready financially? So I feel we've solved the financial piece. The time thing is, I would always push back on that to say, if it's important enough to you, you will find the time. We all have 168 hours a week. That's a lot of time. It is important that you can, as I said, if you can focus your purpose of what you want to achieve, where you want to go with your business or your career, if you focus on that, and this is important enough for you, you will find the time. So anyway, I'm not, is there any more questions, Sherry? Let's see. I'll just make sure that we've covered everything. Awesome. No more questions. Thank you, Sherry. It's so good of you to jump in. I know it's crazy time of the morning for you over on the other side of the world. As I said to everybody, the recording will go out to you within the next 24 hours. That's the only time that I will email you, unless you tell me that you want to hear more. That offer will be for the free mentoring, will be on that email as well. And I'm going to send you an ebook on goal setting that will be coming your way. So you have an awesome afternoon, morning, evening, whatever the time of day it is for you. And I'm going to sign off and say thank you very much for your time. I would love to hear from you. And yeah, if you want to take advantage of that College to Paris offer scholarship of $4,500 US, that finishes Friday. Today is Wednesday here in Australia. So 3 days. If you need to talk to me, find the time. The phone number's there. You can pick it up and give me a call, send me an email, or book my time. You have an amazing rest of your day, evening, morning, and I look forward to seeing you next time.